Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy, so keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work.
Good morning. Come on in. Coffee's good, fresh and hot. There's a waffle in the baker on the grill. We're making bacon. You're always welcome back.
Charge!
There's a fire beneath my skin. There's a fever that makes me ill. Gotta love, a love that kills. I got 24 hours to live. Come back. I'm down on my knees. Come back. I beg you, please.
Good morning, you fine, beautiful people, this wonderful Sunday. I hope everybody is doing well and had a good night. I had fun hanging out with you guys. Let's see who's here in the chat, as we so often do. We have got Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. It is great to see you, my friend. Good morning, Stephen Rockwood Drawing. I hope you're having a good one. And yes, Cranberry Langers, happy Sunday to you, sir. Tip of the hat, sir, madam, or other. Either way, happy Sunday. So we've got some fun stuff. Look at that. We've already got links in the chat. Look at you people. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Stephen Rockwood Drawing. Nosfero the Crypt Walker is the name of the game at hand. And again, more good mornings to all. That's what I love to see. So I decided I woke up this morning, which is always a good way to start your day. You want to make sure you wake up. If you don't wake up, the rest of the day just goes to heck. So I woke up this morning and I was thinking about a show that I watched a long time ago. And it was just, I was thinking about how nice the show was and how much I enjoyed it, which was a show called Sunday Morning on CBS with Charles Kuralt, way back in the day. And I thought to myself, I feel like doing a Sunday morning painting show and do some painting for you guys in the morning. So I'm getting my paints out, setting up my palette. Yes, Dankeschön, absolutely. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Do you recall Central Park and fall? How you tore your dress? What a mess, I confess. What's up, Prater 7? It is good to see you, my friend. I hope everybody's having a good morning. We're just here to do some artwork and some painting and get some inspiration going. I think we could all use inspiration in the morning. I think that's important. Yeah, I'm working on a page from Nosfero. I'm going to rough in a figure. I'm trying out a new paper, which is a lot of fun, and trying out a new technique, which is the thing that people were asking me about. This is when you paint, does it affect the look of things when you switch things up a little bit? And I'm always switching things up, but my style sort of remains the same. There's a consistency to when you know what you're doing. Yeah, I don't recall that. I'm an hombre, yo. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I figured you're an hombre. It always helps to ask. I don't want somebody to feel sad. If I've got a Southern belle like Mandy Summers hanging out in the chat, I don't want her to feel as though I have said good morning, brother. Unless, of course, I don't know. I called everybody man when I was growing up. So that's how it works. It was always like, my wife said to me, she's like, why do you always call me man? And I was like, I don't know, man. That's it's hard for me to say. And so this gives you a little bit of a look inside to how I'm roughing in my figures here, and figuring out, like, everybody, when I was growing up in, for a short spell, I grew up outside of Detroit, Michigan, as many of you guys know. Dan Wallace certainly knows that. Everybody was you guys. So that was pre-y'all, which was, of course, what we said in Chattanooga. But you get a little bit of a look at what we're doing here this morning. Is there good? Dude or dudette pour moi. There you go. Yes, the magnificent Mandy Summers Gem Shock is now funding. So if you have not taken a look at that yet, please do. I was on a stream on my brother Jeremy, Lord Crackhead 33's channel last night, and his channel and his show is just blowing up. Hard work is paying off, dedication, and frankly, an incredibly positive attitude. Jeremy is the real deal. And I had the privilege of being on his show, and I enjoy it very much. And, Mandy was there, and we were just talking art and talking CG, talking Comicsgate. And I always realized that when you have a child in your house a young man, when you have a young man in your house who does CG, sometimes I'm like, CG, and then I'm like going, somebody's going to see this, because we were talking about the idea of growing the audience and getting, more people involved. We've got all these people. We haven't even scratched the surface of what we're going to do here. And I thought to myself, if someone's coming in and they don't know what the heck we are, this is about comics, they might think we're talking about computer generators or something like that. But it's a nice shorthand. I do like it. So I use it. And so, yeah, when I'm roughing in a figure, one of the things I do initially is I'm just thinking about the composition and thinking about the angles. One of the biggest rules I'll always say when I'm drawing, when I'm painting, is if I'm trying to get something to work and it's not working, when in doubt, angle it out is a really good rule of thumb. Just get the angles. If you take something that's organic, like a figure, and you see anything that is a curve, you take it and say, if I had to make that an angle, what would I do? That's one of those things that is going to make your work have a lot more power. A lot of people, when they're drawing anatomy, they have that tendency to try to make everything curvy because they think it's about the curves, but it's really about accentuating the angles, because that's the way that when light hits us, it's coming at us at a straight line, these rays, unless, of course, you're a black hole and bending light. It's coming at you in these straight angles, and what it leaves are this impression of angles when we're perceiving things. Now, that's not about realism. That's about being able to get away with more when you're painting if you keep those basic parameters in mind. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, thank you, Cranberry Langers. I appreciate that. Yeah, so the whole thing about this is sort of the snake servant of Drake Thulu, who is our big baddie for this first book. And Drake Thulu sends the snake out, so to speak, sends the snake out to get this character, Laurel, because he knows if he can get Laurel, he can get Nosfero to come and rescue her and bring the book that he's taken, that he's gotten off of them in the first part of this in this story, and as well as the 3 pages of it that have been missing forever. And he wants those 3 pages, and he wants the book. Or I should say Drake Thulu wants, because Drake Thulu is a creature, wants those 3 pages and the book. And the reason is because those 3 pages are going to allow Drake Thulu to open up the door to Drake Thulu's father, who is that giant creature you see in the opening sequence. And that is the whole sort of interest in securing these pages. And so they're kind of operating on their own outside of Amun al-Hazared, who is our the person who is our first of these undead beings, these Nosferatu, these vampire that are the core focus of Nosfero's rage / quest to defeat evil on this planet. So that's what it's about. Let's see here. If you are as fat as Ethan, the light warps around you. I'm getting there. Ethan better not get complacent. Sometimes I see him exercising and I think, I'm coming for you, EVS. I'm coming for that title. I'm eating pound cake and pies and God help me. Don't worry. I'll try to make sure I'm alive long enough to get this book out. Hang on a second. Let me turn that up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I just realized I was actually, let me move. Since I'm working this corner, I'm going to as so many, because I'm working this corner, jokes right now. I'm going to move myself over there so you guys have an easier time seeing what we're doing. Oh yeah, this book is a contained story. It is has a beginning, middle, end, and really introduces you to the characters and gives you a sense that when you're done, that it's taking you from point A to B. You understand this world a little bit better. And it's there's a lot of things from pop culture and from our history, our pop culture history, because you got to remember, so much of the things that we think of as coming from Europe were really created by American artists. For example, the entire werewolf mythos, as we understand it, modern werewolf mythos, the bite turning you into a werewolf, all of that stuff came from the writer of the 1941 The Wolfman. And before that, if you look at things like the Werewolf of London and other things like that, it's a very different mythos. And so, yeah, those are things that we, as artists and we as creators, Bennett. Whoops, gosh, I gotta move that camera. Just realized I'm off the screen there. But yeah, we have to recognize that there's a lot of amazing lore that has been created here. And so in my lore, it's a lot of Lovecraft, and I'm doing, like all of us do. I think Jay Lee has talked about this in the chat before. My plan, my strategy is to do what I think it's our job to do when we're telling stories, is bend the lore a little bit to create a more compelling story, the best compelling story that I can possibly do. What is up, American Comics Company? You're always in good company with American Comics Company in the house. It is great to see you. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to be a really exciting story. Yeah, Awake from the Nightmare. Yeah, I know. It's listen, one of my favorite streams of all time. I say this way too much, but I don't care because you know how it is. It's like I'm at that point now where I'm just a series of repeating stories. That's kind of what happens at this point in my life. But one of the things about it is that I love the Walmart Pie Run stream. In fact, the Walmart Pie Run stream is almost like a microcosm for everything, all of the kind of the cliche, dare I say, or the tendencies of CG. There's just so much funny stuff. If you ever watch that stream, it'll crack you up. At some point, I would love to do an EFAP of that stream. That would be hilarious. In fact, I might do that soon because there's some Comicsgate streams that are classics out there. And that was a Jack Show stream. I think it was on Cecil's channel, but I could be wrong. So let me see here. Hope everybody is having their cup of coffee, maybe their lunch, maybe their brunch, depending on where you're located, and enjoying the day. Started out a little bit sunny here. It's getting a little bit overcast, but that's New England. You know what they say here in New England. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute and it'll change on you. But I want to do something with the panels on this page, which I think you guys can see, where I'm actually using the form of the snake to create panel borders. So that's what you're seeing right there, and that's what you're seeing, here. And then just really trying to make sure that I put as much drama into this panel and these pages as possible. I mean, this book is going to be beautiful. When I started working on it, my simple, thought was, because my interest is in, helping to grow CG, and also helping to reinvigorate this art form that we all love so much. I wanted to make something that had this really classic fantasy quality to it. A lot of Frazetta, a lot of Basil Gogos, all of those great illustrators that we love and who have left their mark on the field and on popular culture, a little bit of universal horror. I mean, I wanted this book to be everything I love about American pop culture in its heyday. And I want those days to return. That's in terms of the quality and the discipline. And that's what we do here. I've seen some beautiful work, some fine craftsmanship come out of Comicsgate. In fact, We were looking at some last night and on Jeremy's stream, and it was just, I mean, there's always something new to discover in CG, and that's really the thing for me. And so you guys can sort of see how I kind of am noodling these values in here. This again is going to be another part of that snake, and for right now, my approach is to just kind of work those values in and kind of get that little bit of a sheen. Do you see what the color's starting to do there? I put down a sort of a purple orange mud, knowing full well that I was going to use a orange for the highlight, and what that starts to, or yellow orange for the highlight. And so what that starts to do is it creates this little complementary color reaction there. And that's the reason why I was switching things up here, because I realized for some of the action scenes and for some of the high fantasy scenes, I wanted to be able to do a lot more glazing to get the color to kind of vibrate and be more vibrant, for lack of a better word. But it's that quality to paint that only happens when you glaze it a little bit more instead of just working opaquely. So you can see how that starts to create that sheen as it moves across, and that's what we're after. You know, that's the thing that I'm always going to be striving for here. Is, and, you know, you want this thing to be beautiful. When people get it, I want them to just go, wow, this is great. Like, I want them to be excited to look at it. I want them to have favorite pages that they keep going back to, and once they've read the story, and also favorite story moments too. There's so many story moments from comics where when I go back and I remember them, it's like I can hear audio, I can hear the characters, I can hear, you know, the traffic, even though, of course, it was just word balloons. You know, oh, great, cranberry language. I do see. Yeah, good, excellent. Yeah, because that's essential for giving people that aesthetic experience, that kind of color reaction that happens right there. And I'm also doing that with the panel layouts. Like, I want to have the panels have this really great sort of organic quality to them. Like on this side, what you'll see is you've got this these vines in this kind of swamp where this battle is taking place, and I'm making the panel borders that you see right there. I'm making them out of that, and you can see the werewolf is about to get jumped by these two vampire that are waiting to help. Hey, what's up, Shadowhawk How you doing? Hope you're having a fine Sunday. It's great to see you, and I hope you enjoyed some great streams last night, and we're going to have a day full of great streams and other rewarding experiences today. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's saying hello. Gotta love it. Hey, what is up, Robble13? Oh, thank you. And by the way, I do love that. Is that Jack from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Because I was just thinking that's what it looks like, but I could be wrong. Maybe I have the wrong Jack Nicholson there. But thank you. I appreciate the kind words. That's what we're here to do. We're here to entertain you guys with great artwork. And, you know, I want people to, for all of you guys who are back in the book, I want people to when you get it, to go, dang, I missed out on the first printing of that. I mean, I want it to be something that if people missed it, that, you know, they feel as though, man, I can't sleep on that again, you know? So you got to make it the best thing you possibly can. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I was telling my wife that my goal is always to make my work and the books I do completely breathtaking, fantastic. I think that's what we're all after, you know? But I really was certain that this book was going to be everything I wanted it to be when I got to this page. I think it's because I'm past the halfway point, and also because I'm really getting to know these characters now. Oh, well, let's see who. Of course. Excellent. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I'm right. For real, I'm so pumped for Nosfero. Every page of this is so damn good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tip of the hat to you, Stephen Rockwood Drawing. Prater7 saying hello to Shadowhawk Backs. Vero, it's good to see you. Looking great. Hail the brush. Yeah, hail the brush indeed. The brush is everything. It's working. Yeah, there you go. It's working. What's all about, guys. You know, I mean, I think that inspiration, when I think about the stuff that inspired me, like the Haunted Mansion and even just haunted houses in general when I was a kid, epic fantasy stories, all of that kind of stuff, I realized that there is a quality, that there's an aesthetic to it that puts me, you know, in that proper state of mind. It's bigger than the subject matter. It's a look, it's a feel. And what the amount of time you have to spend developing your skill so that you can do things like that. You know, in my case, it's taken me 45 years. I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil. So maybe not 45 years. I don't think I could hold a pencil in those first years without causing serious harm. But I do think that there's this look that we all know from looking at work, and when we reference it subconsciously, it's powerful. You know what I mean? And people look at it and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting this feel." Like it harkens back to your youth. Hey, what's up, Noah? Good to see you this morning. I hope you're doing well. NTM Comics, everybody. And so that's a huge part of it for me, is what I'm referencing: Basil Gogos, Frank Frazetta, heck, the Universal Monster movies, and all of Rick Baker, American Werewolf in London. All of those things I grew up with. That I think that it all kind of reminds us of this really amazing pop culture heritage that we have, and it inspires us. It makes us ready to. I mean, ultimately, this is escapism. And I love what J.R.R. Tolkien said, that he says, "I believe in fiction as being escapism in the truest meaning of the word, like someone getting out of prison." And I think that's kind of how I view it. Escapism is a powerful thing. You do not want to read a book and feel like you're trapped as you're a part of your artistic experience, like you're trapped getting lectured on, something by, an uninteresting person. You want to feel as though somebody has just liberated you with the artwork, and you feel a real sense of individual liberty and the fact that you are able to choose what entertainment you want to experience. And that liberty in terms of the entertainment helps you to think about and be excited for the human possibilities of this world, instead of, a black pill experience of what's the point, and it's, and the problem with making artwork, or not the problem, but when I say problem, I mean, the thing to be solved when you're doing this stuff is how to create something that isn't factual, but is true. Because if something's all nihilistic, it doesn't feel very true to you. You feel like someone has got a dogmatic belief they're ramming down your throat. And if something is unabashedly just straight positive, you don't feel like the characters understand your life, which is, about discipline, commitment, overcoming things, love, loss, all of that great stuff. And art has the ability to, in many ways, make the living of life more bearable and make it enjoyable. As C.S. Lewis said, art, like friendship and many other things, is not, necessary for life. However, it is the thing that makes life worth living. I think that's the worst version of that quote I've ever I've tried to quote. So I apologize to C.S. Lewis and his estate for my failure to get that quote right. But I do love that quote. Yes, Michael Bancroft, sign up for the Lucent 2. He promises he'll figure out what it's about, and we will be there. Yeah. Oh, the tentacles have a lot of weight and feel real good. I'm so glad to hear that, because that's really what it's about for me, is creating that immaculate reality. There is more in heaven and earth than is dreamed of in your philosophy. I believe I could have butchered that quote. Yes, is that from Hamlet? Shakespeare, I think it is. I know it's Shakespeare, but is it from Hamlet or is it Macbeth? I can't remember. Yeah, true dat, faux show. Absolutely. I love the soft shades, the brush, so much more than the computer rendering. Maybe it's just me. You know what? I tell you what, guys. Magic in all of its form when it comes to great artists, whether it's digital or traditional, I love it all. But there is obviously, for me, the personal, choice I've made is that, and I do digital work. Everything you see on this stream and the videos and the intros and all that stuff, of course, they're all done digitally. But I do this stuff this way because I need that sort of tactile. Let me see if I can move the camera. There you go. I need that sort of tactile interaction. Oh, I think it's Hamlet. Excellent. It just enriches the process for me. I love what this is doing. That's why I love water-based media, because I can just move this stuff around and I can make it, have this really great kind of graceful quality. And I want you guys to feel the texture of the surface I'm working on when you get this book. And I want you to feel, the fact that this is handcrafted for you guys. Let people say that the independent scene that we're making here in CG is, is about all these other things. We know it's about skill. We know it's about discipline, but more importantly, discipline is incredibly important. But we know it's about imagination and creativity and craftsmanship. What gets me to back a book at the end of the day is the craftsmanship involved, and story is craftsmanship. Art is craftsmanship. All of that stuff is. And that's really what it comes down to, is kind of allowing that stuff to happen. And if you guys feel that when you're looking at this, then I've done my job. That's really what it's about. My job for me is to give you guys a healthy little, dollop of imagination for your dollar. And I think that that's important. It's really important to reward people for their financial support and backing the book by giving them an imaginative experience that invigorates their life, gives it a zest, and makes them excited to go about their day. It's what happens when you turn away from the artwork, where you get to see how the artwork and the stuff that you put into your head is affecting you. Do you feel more hopeful, passionate, imaginative? Are you dreaming better? Are you feeling a sense of not just hope and optimism, but enthusiasm? Great artwork is like a great meal, and great stories and great entertainment, and it's evergreen in that sense. You can come back to it again and again. I don't know how many of you guys have favorite comic book issues like I have that you just go back to and read them, and you know how the story's going to go, but they just transport you still. Same with movies for that matter. Let's see what we get here. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to be incredibly beautiful horror fantasy tale. This is going to be an incredibly beautiful horror fantasy tale. Anyone who doesn't get it, I feel sorry for it. Yeah. This is going to be, there is a comic book, but there's a type of work I love, and there's a type of comic I want to see. And this is what that is. And I do think that, people love to kind of step into stories and be transported. And this is the ultimate horror, in terms of the history of horror, visualization and the aesthetic of horror. This is going to be a real tour de force of that. It's going to be just, you feel like, it's like, oh wow, this is like every, thing I love about, Hammer horror films, Frank Frazetta, Basil Gogos, 80s, traditional, practical makeup effects. It's going to be all of that stuff rolled into one, and then a little bit of sword and sorcery, Conan the Barbarian, like coolness in it, and that's the thing I'm most excited about. It's when this stuff unfolds in this story, you're just going to go back to it again and again and again. That's the thing that's so fun about it. There we go. Now we're starting to get this to happen. So you can already see when I'm working here, if I move my camera better, you can already see when we're working here, how we're starting to create the sweep of this panel, how we're starting to put this stuff together. I'm hopeful that there are artists who are trying to aspire to greater heights in life. Absolutely, there are. Hold on a second. Let me just check the Wi-Fi here. What the heck is going on there? Hope they're not working on my Wi-Fi outside. I'm hopeful that there are artists who are trying to aspire to greater heights in life. I have like 20 plus comics I've reread as they are so good. You're absolutely right. And I think there are. I love it. That's what it's about. I mean, so there's this kind of lighting that you see in Hammer horror, in Basil Gogos' work, in Frank Frazetta's work. There's this type of beauty, beautiful women, beautiful adventure stories, and everything is the creatures are, excuse me, the creatures are fabulously creepy and brilliantly done, like in Famous Monsters of Filmland and Hammer horror, and it just really transports you. It's aesthetically beautiful and it's really cool. And I miss that stuff, and I want to see it done. And what we do here, what the sort of business of CG is we make the stuff we want to see. See if I can get that to focus a little bit there. Come on, there you go. We make the stuff that we want to see, and that is what it is, and that the fans want to see. And if we're not doing that, then we need to go find another business to be in. Because that is the business. Creativity and imagination is the business. And that's what's going to get us, get more eyeballs on what we're doing here. People can argue with anything, but they can't argue with their soul, for lack of a better way of putting it. And when I say that, I mean that art can provide for us a kind of awakening of the spirit in the person who reads it. That's what I get from artwork. And it's not the end all be all of that, but it's something that is, gives us a real sense of vitality when we get up in the morning to go do our work. And when we get up to relax, I think that recreation, one of the things about recreation, which I'm working on getting better at, I got to be honest, I'm not great at recreation, but one of the things about recreation is we all know what it's like when you do something for recreation that feels rewarding, and then you don't think, well, I relaxed, but I don't feel rested. Well, I went to the movies, but I don't feel entertained. I don't feel satisfied. That's the thing that's important. Hulk, the end. There you go. Hold on a second. Let me see what we got here. Flash Rebirth, Batman, Rest in Peace, Final Crisis, an X-Men comic. They got the characters down. Hulk, the end. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on Jack Kirby? Jack Kirby's great. That's it. That's my thoughts. Low art, I really like. Lowe's art, I really liked, and Rumble from Image. Also, New 52's Animal Man. Yeah, that's some good stuff too. Yeah, body horror. There you go. Yeah. There is, and it's funny to me. Like when I look at this stuff, I'm always thinking about, what is my ideal aesthetic of horror, and I think a lot of it's tied to the 80s. It's like the sound of Thriller, the start of Thriller. If you had that album and you hear the walking and the creaking of the floors. Hey, what's up? What's up, Luna Comics? It's good to see you, and no worries about being late. Eric the Guapo, great to see you. Yo to you, my friend. There's this sense and there's this quality to when you hear that creaking floor, or you see that cemetery with the weird kind of blue or red or green light on it, and in those movies that were just really beautiful, had a really great elegance to it. And that's the stuff that I'm always trying to think about, where people will, one, you guys are here for the making of the book, which is so cool. It's a very cool time for comics right now. It is really cool. And especially for CG, especially for Comicsgate, but it's a really great time for comics. And you guys are here when I'm making this stuff. I mean, you're seeing it, like the grace and the, the care that's put into every single page of this. And you're going to say, I was there when he was doing that. I was there when he was making that mistake, perhaps. I don't know. I hope that's not the case, but you never know. Oh, let me get you guys. Did I get you guys on screen? I have to make sure I get you guys on screen here, because it is important to me. I know it may sound silly or it may sound hokey, but I want to see you guys' names up there, because I appreciate you being here on this channel. I appreciate, if you haven't subscribed, I know most of you have, but if you haven't subscribed to my brother from another mother, my several brothers from other mothers, this is getting complicated. My family tree is like bramble. So Lord Crackhead 33's channel, Jeremy, we love the man. If you haven't subscribed to him, if you haven't subscribed to Rob Arnold's stuff, all those guys, including myself, are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so that we can just keep bringing the noise and bringing the message to the masses. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about what you're able to do because of, the interest and the passion of fans backing your work. And it's humbling, and it's also, it's just the job. It's the discipline of it all. That's what I really love. You'll hear me say that word a lot because it's important, to me. I hope books like this one and Frag is Black Flag show people that every page should be a work of art. Hope everyone tries to top each other. Well, yeah, and it's certainly true with Kenneth Roquefort's stuff, man. That's what I love. It's beautiful. Yeah, check out Rob Arnold's YouTube channel, please, guys. My brother Rob, he's a good dude. He's been very cool to me and very supportive. And of course, I can't say enough about Jeremy Lord Crackhead 33. He's been great. So let's paint this here. Just trying to let the paint, kind of find the forms. Someone was asking me the other night about my process and my sketch process. And the thing about it is while that process is, I do think about where things are going. I do sketches. When I get to this point, it really is about reading the surface of the paper or the illustration board or whatever it is I'm working on, and kind of just, this is part of it I just can't explain. It's the magic of it. And it's something that comes from, excuse me, it's something that comes from muscle memory. And it's your hand is when it comes to this kind of stuff, the physicality of the brush on the paper is moving faster than you could intellectualize. So you can't possibly it can't just be all, in one's head, in one's prefrontal lobe there. It's all kind of, and it's not just amygdala either, but it's just you're doing what you do. And there we go. And it's a very strange thing. It's taken me a long time. I think a lot of times when I was learning how to make artwork, what I think is useful to tell people is that there's a lot of repetition, there's a lot of learning, and you do need, guides and people who are going to, challenge you to just the brink of your capabilities to be able to improve. And you should be challenging yourself in that way. But some of it is handled by time. A lot of it is handled by the time that, in terms of your brain takes time to process things. If you've ever learned any kind of physical activity, whether it's, carpentry, welding, writing, even anything, sport, any kind of sport, that there's a point at which you make something completely internalized knowledge wise. And that's the big thing. You're being moved using your inspiration. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to try to understand. You're being moved using. I think I know what that means. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Chauncey? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a good morning. And welcome to the Waffle Lodge, my friend. Yeah, time. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah. Well, that can cure things too, for that matter. The Diaz brothers are doing a pinup book. Sign up there. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be doing a piece for that pinup book. I just got the sketch approved. It's going to be inspired by the world and the characters of Downcast, and it is awesome. I must tell you, the sketch is great. I cannot wait to see to create the finish. The finish is going to be great. That's one of the next things I'm going to be working on. And yeah, it's looking really good. I struggled with that sketch too, because I feel like you've got to do what it says on the tin. You know what I mean? Like when you buy a swimsuit issue, it's got to be sexy, it's got to be beautiful, and it's got to do what swimsuit issues are designed to do, right? But it's also, because it's a comic book, character, it's got to bring the fantasy as well. It's got to bring the fantasy noise. No, it got to be more than that. And so that's been kind of huge for me when I'm working on it. You're not using logic side of your brain. You're like, yes, yeah, internal. Yeah. I mean, I guess so. It's if I could explain it, I would be smarter than I am, if that makes sense. What's up, Skip Edwards Art? How are you doing, man? And hail to you, and hey to you. And yeah, absolutely. Everybody's saying hello this fine morning. But it's what's the best way I could describe it, right? So I was one of those people, for those of you guys who are curious, when I was younger, I had terrible hand control. I was just bad with hand control. I had, little tiny sausage fingers, and I was trying to draw or trying to write, forget drawing. I was trying to write, and I couldn't write letters. I was kept in from recess because of it. And I was holding my right hand with my left hand, trying to steady it when I was a kid to write letters. And there was a story that I've always loved from my childhood that kind of sums me up perfectly, where one of my parents came to the school and saw me working, and they said it was just hopeless how bad my stuff was. I mean, it really didn't look like I was writing English. And I was in from recess, and they tried to kind of give me a little vote of confidence and say, "Oh, Shanth, your letters, they were looking so great." And I apparently looked up over my shoulder and I said, "No, they're not. My letters are horrible. Everyone in the room's letters are better than mine." And I just put my head down and kept working. And that's the game, man. Hey, what's up, Lord Ravener? It's good to see you. Yeah, you can't dodge the lodge, man. You can't dodge the waffles. That's how it is. What is up, Gregory? Hail. That's right. Julie Pascal, good to see you. I'm looking forward to see how the experimental panels work on this page. It's ambitious and experimental. The other pages, like the Sword Blood arc, were amazing. Yeah, this one is, I think, my favorite page because it's flowed so well. I think I'm past the struggle aspect of figuring out this world and this comic. This is the first fully painted comic. I've done comics. I've done fully painted books. But this is the first time, it's like Stan Lee's wife saying, do one your way. This is me doing one my way, and it's freaking amazing. It's coming out so good. Sorry, let me read that. Hey, I'm trying to figure out how to keep track of my progress and learning art. Do you know how I can do that? Yeah, well, watch. You gotta have an art mentor or art teacher. that's good is one of the most important things that you need. I hate to say it because there's so many people who cannot teach who consider themselves art teachers. My wife is actually a good art teacher, but if you look up the Anders Ericsson model, it's the best way to keep track of things. Terror in the Trenches Volume 1 will astound you. You're darn tootin', guys. Terror in the Trenches, Von Klaus, my brother from the CG team. Subscribe to Eric Weathers as well. I'm on the CG team every Tuesday. And thanks to those guys for all the great work they're doing. I had terrible hand control too. I was never able to catch the pigs at my grandpa's farm. Hey, listen, that was difficult. That's a difficult feat. Okay, grabbing a hog. Are you kidding? I grew up in the South. That's you can get yourself injured and in a world of hurt too. Let me see here. Greg, sorry, Lord Ravener. Yo, Tarks 9, hail chat, working off a bit of a hangover. There you go. That's why we'll try to keep it a little bit chill for you this morning. Took a look at your campaign. Nice deals and gorgeous art. Well, I appreciate that. Tip of the hat. I'm very proud of the campaign. I'm actually working on the next thing I'm going to be working on is going to be the bookmark that we've unlocked. We unlocked that at 10K. And when we get to 25K, which is just around the corner, with God's good grace and your fine support, that's how we'll get there. And the bookmark is something I don't want to say I'm reinventing the bookmark, because the bookmark, there's been some really great creative stuff, but I've been thinking about the idea of, and I'll show you what I've been doing. Let me see if it's here. Do I have it here? Hang on a second. Let me see where it is. Here. Okay, here it is. I've been thinking about the bookmark, right? And I've been thinking about how, if this works, when you get a bookmark, it's in your book, obviously, and how you can make the looking at the bookmark and what happens in the bookmark more interesting and exciting. Almost like do you guys know the Haunted Mansion stretching room, where you see one thing and then as you scroll up, down, as they open it up and make it taller, it unlocks other things going on? That's what I want to do. I want this to be like the stretching rooms in the Haunted Mansion paintings. Anybody get that reference? You'll know exactly what I mean. Dojo-kun Comics, what is up? Good morning. I wonder how my angel character would look painted by the Master Shanth. Of course, I have an entirely painted comic. 2 issues of 3 are available now, and if it's a different style from Shanth's. Dojo-kun, that's a lot of text this morning for my reading. I hope I got that chat out well. Please let me know. And if I read it, reading. I need to get hooked on phonics, kids. All right, everybody saying hello. Good to see you, Gregory Levitra, again. It's great to have you here. Hopefully I pronounced that right and didn't butcher your name. Hey, Greg, Julie Pascal, hello. Whoops, chat just jumped. OC Steve, good morning. Seems like you guys are having a blast on CG Talk last night. Well, listen, brother, we missed you, of course. Caught the replay since I was watching WrestleMania. Look, I'm not here to judge your journey, and I love the fact that so many people in Comicsgate love wrestling, love professional wrestling. Some of us are more passionate perhaps about Turkish oil wrestling, but that's, it's a little early in the day for that, I think. And so we'll table that discussion. But yeah, man, it's good to see you, brother. We had a great time. We missed you. Yo, OC Steve. Stephen Rockwood Drawing says there is currently 1 watercolor sketch left. Whichever brilliant person backs that tier will have that in their art collection forever. Yeah, I don't sell a lot of originals, but I do sell those because there's something about owning original artwork and someone putting their time into it that's not unlike buying a handcrafted book that's mailed to you by the creator, as you do in Comicsgate and Indiegogo. But when I do artwork for people, I think about it being in their collection for as long as they enjoy it, obviously. But I want it to be something they look at and it makes them smile and it brings joy to their lives. And that's why I do it. That's what I love about art. And that's what art's done for me. That's what comics have done for me. Hail Greg, Eric the Guapo, Lord Ravener, OC Steve, and Dojo-kun. Absolutely. Tip of the hat to all of you fine folks. Let's see here. We've got Chauncey Blakely saying, let me see. Hail OC Steve. Which match was the best? Uh-oh. We're going to get some data here. Hey, Shadow from Eric the Guapo. Gregory Levitra says, shut off backs. Yo. Chauncey says, Chauncey Blakely, yo. Hail. Look at all these people. Gosh, you guys are fast and furious here with the chat. It's jumping. It's a moving and a grooving. Let me see. Hey, is Stone Cold beating... Hey, it is this. Yes, we got it. Couldn't miss it. Yeah, you can't miss it. Hey, Admiral Wackass, it's good to have you here. There's the champ, Eric Weathers, who I'm sure is working on this fine Sunday. But if you're not, if you're taking a day of rest and, centering your spirit, then all the better for it, Eric. And it's great to see you, my friend. A lot of people don't know this, but Eric Weathers' uncle is the great Carl Weathers, Uncle Carl, who is an amazing guy. So, yes, absolutely. So, let's see. Past Master Dan, it's good to see you. What is the weight of the paper you are using? So, I am using canvas textured crescent board triple thick. And triple thick is the way to go with this. It's sturdy enough for what I do. Whenever I'm using paper, I like an illustration board or paper. I want it to be something I could roof a house with because I need it. I need it to be tough, and I want it to last. I want my stuff built to last. Everybody's saying Eric Weathers, hail fellows, absolutely. The only wrestling I've enjoyed, other than when I was a kid and watched it all the time, was the Macho Man and The Rock were on because they were hilariously entertaining. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I used to rent old WrestleManias on VHS from the Blockbuster where I lived back in the day. So we loved that stuff. Although I will say this. When I was a kid, for a very long time, it was difficult to get wrestling figures. I always wanted to get really good wrestling figures, but they were always sold out. The ones you wanted. Do you guys remember those? They looked like they were made out of industrial, tires that they couldn't move. They weren't posable. They just had their arms and you just smash them into each other. I could never find the ones I wanted. They were always sold out because they were so popular. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. God, the chat is jumping on me. Cody versus Seth Rollins was great too. Cannot wait for night 2 in a few hours. Yeah, hey, absolutely. You gotta steel your resolve there. That's what it is. Gird your loins for that justice for Weathers. Indeed. Eric the Guapo, really. I take Sundays off, time to relax, and that is a very good idea. Eric Weathers is the hardest working man in show business that is Comicsgate. Does great work, is one of the most imaginative and creative people, and epitomizes, in my personal opinion, the still waters run deep description of a person. Just has big ideas, creative ideas, and like so many of us in Comicsgate, sees worlds in his imagination and then is able to share them with us through his skill. So we appreciate Eric Weathers. Yes, Admiral, good to see you, my friend. Let's see here. Jay Lee, afternoon to you, my friend. And speaking of creative people who see worlds, I have his fantastic book, first book, The Steins. Again, and I know Jay Lee doesn't judge me for this, but with my dyslexia, everything is a slow read, but I'm chipping away at it, brother. I'm going to make it happen. Everybody's saying their hellos. Hello. My goodness, you guys are making this chat move. What is going on here today? Goodness gracious. Everything is popping in Comicsgate right now, guys. Every channel is just going crazy. Yeah, Stone Cold is in great shape. Yeah, you have to be, right? My wrestling passion lies at Cabo Hall, Detroit, 60s and 70s. Oh, my gosh. We got a lot of Detroit folks in here, man. Love to see it. A lot of love for Detroit. Yeah, LJN figures. Thank you. Yes, those were awesome. They were great. I haven't watched a WrestleMania in probably 20 years. That Stone Cold match brought me back. I couldn't pass it up. Yeah, people, guys, these wrestlers are the living sort of superheroes or superpowered characters of our time. And, they're more than just themselves. They're bigger than life. They're characters. And for us, when we were young kids, we projected into them. They were icons that we could see ourselves in. Yeah. Stone Cold versus Booker T. He's looking jacked. And the supermarket fight was great. Vero Freddy, yo. Let's see. Eric Weathers, Battle Brick Road, guys. I cannot wait to get that book. I know Eric is going hard into making sure that it's printed to the perfect, specifications he wants and that it's creatively put together exactly how he wants it. So hell of a great artist. People say that I have the best ideas. They do. They really say that. I have lots of ideas. Sorry, Eric. I read that wrong. People say I have the best ideas. They do. They really say that. I have lots. That was a terrible Trump. What was that? I'm not going to drop that word this early in the morning. How do I get to my Trump? Huge. No, I can't get there. Give me a couple hours and I'll get there. I can do it in an Australian accent. People say that I have the best ideas. They do. They really say that. I have lots of ideas. Drifted into New Zealand a little bit, but we do what we can. Yes, Stephen Rockwood drawing out loud. Yeah. Hail Admiral Whack as Cobo Hall represent. Absolutely. OC Steve, KO's WrestleMania Stunner was top 5 last night. Wow. There you go. Love Cobo Hall. Byron Saxton took a great is it Stinner from Stone Cold last night? There you go. Back, Nosfero, the Crypt Walker now. Bow. Yes, indeed, guys. I need your support to make this stuff happen. I could not do that without you guys. And to be honest, I'm going to add a wrinkle to that. I wouldn't want to do this if it wasn't for you guys. I was in Comicsgate back in books. I launched my first 2 art books inspired by Comicsgate. This is I don't even say, this work is something I need to do. Comics are something I need to do. I've been drawing and painting. I don't know why. If I could do something else, I was this passionate about, I would do it. And you guys make it possible. Like I have to, it's a weird thing to put paint together, to want to tell stories and to find fellow like enthusiasts who are like, we want to see you do that. We want to see you put paint to paper. We support you. We got your back, Shanth. We want you to go be creative. Do what you're on this planet to do, and we've got your back. You know what I mean? This is what we want you to do. Entertain us, make cool stuff. What an honor. And I love it. Yeah, yo back. Absolutely. A memorable Stone Cold moment for me was when he drove a monster truck in and then jumped onto the hood and chugged an entire 6-pack at once. Yeah, you can't get better than that. You can't get better than that. Lord Ravener's there, cracking up past them are held in barns. They are held in barns in my area. Yeah, there you go. That's right. Yes, lots of wrestling has been going on all week, and we still have tonight and the next 2 days. There's even a show after WrestleMania tonight. First match is at midnight. That is awesome. Wrestling's doing well. As go wrestling and werewolves, so will go Comicsgate, I believe. Wow, yeah. Bobo Brazil versus the Sheik. Yeah, there you go. Howdy. We are in the CG Wrestling and Waffles Lounge. Absolutely, guys. Although we do go, hey, take it out to the parking lot. Take it out to the parking lot. And then come back in here and have some waffles. Tommy, calm it down. That's what we do here at the Waffle Lodge. Take it outside. You're going to spill your coffee. OC Steve, your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretchy? Or is it your imagination? And consider this. Yeah, I know my stuff there. Chief Red Cloud versus Bobby Heenan. There you go. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Rick Saylor, it's great to see you, Rick Saylor. I hope you're doing well this morning. Hail to you, my friend. Shadowhawk Backs, hail Rick Saylor. Love it here, guys. Love it here at the Waffle Lodge with you guys. Hail, hail, hail all around. Look at all this. Hail, fellow, and well met. Absolutely is what we do here. That is our order of business. Love to watch you paint, Sean. It's like magic. Thank you so much, guys. I've worked hard for it to get to the point where people would want to watch it. And I say that, it is, I remember watching Bob Ross as a kid and thinking, how the heck do you do that? It's a little nerve-wracking to paint on stream, but like a lot of things, it's the answer is so, I'm a big boxing fan. That's my favorite kind of combat sport. Love boxing. Follow it. There's some great fights that are happening. British boxing's keeping a lot of that passion alive. They're the best boxing fans in the world, frankly. But I love boxing. I love the sweet science of it. And I look at how boxers train. And I'm a really big believer in the philosophy of, if something's difficult, saying to myself, so what? Now what? That's the philosophy to live by. I got that from a Philadelphia, inner city Philadelphia principal of inner city Philadelphia schools who grew up in poverty and tried to do her best she could for her community. And she said, whenever people say something's impossible, I would always look at them and say, so what? Now what? What are we going to do? And that's the attitude to have. Hail, Lord Ravener. Hail, Jay Lee. Everybody saying their hellos. Hey, what is up, Jeremy? Guys, I love that man right there. Subscribe to his channel if you have not subscribed to Lord Crackhead 33's channel. And I always believe that there are people who there's crossover, but it's probably not 100% on any of these channels, guys. I want to see him get to 1,000. I want to get to 1,000, and I want to see him get to 1,000 subscribers because it just sends something. We are growing, guys. Comicsgate is growing in terms of how many people there are, how many backers there are, but I want it to get bigger. I want to be bringing new people into this who, are going to get past, either haven't heard anything or going to get past what they heard to see what we really are. And yes, bow indeed. Because Jeremy's here, guys, I got to take this break to do this. This is what we got to do for Jeremy. There you go, guys. So, hail to Jeremy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna let you guys read that because I've got to catch up. Nosfero the Crypt Walker. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, back that book. Let's get that book moving. Let's get that book moving. That is the best, guys, to see you guys posting that in there. Always makes me smile. Always brings me joy. Hey, what's up? This is good stuff. Tip of the hat, my lady. It is great to see you. I hope you're having a great morning, bringing some class to this chat. Thank goodness. If it wasn't for gym class, I wouldn't have had any class at all. I can tell you guys that much. And hail to you, Jeremy, brother. Smoke them if you got them right there. Indiegogo, smoke the fox. Smokes. Learning how to read, kids. It's difficult. Smokes the Fox one and Weaponized Werewolf with covers, I believe, by special covers by Tim Vigil and Gerhardt of Cerebus fame. Really excited about that book. Everybody is showing their respect there. Gotta love it. Lord Crackhead 33, guys, that's his YouTube channel. Let's make it happen. Let's make that channel happen. Hail Rick Sailor. Everybody's saying hello. Gosh, I'm falling so far behind. Hail Mrs. Good Stuff. Hail Mrs. Good Stuff. Howdy, Rick Sailor, Lord Crackhead 33. Boom. Bow. Boom. Make sure you're to share this live stream out. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Share this live stream out to the masses and get the word out about things. Shanth, Crackpack, hashtag Crashback, hashtag Bow, and hashtag Crackpackbacks. And that is a Sunday morning, guys. That's how I'm doing my best. Best show ever was 1991, Tokyo Dome, Flair versus. I'm not doing it right now because you saw me. I can't even read anything right now. Sting versus Muda, the Steiners versus. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't. I'm like reading all these names, guys. You read it. You can do it better than me. I need a designated reader, like a designated hitter. Yeah. Oh wow, is that really true? The next backer will be backer 350. Be a legend. Oh my gosh, you guys. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Hail chat, and thanks to everyone for swinging by and hanging out last night. Chat was on fire, and I got to tell you, that is a great stream. One of our frankly, one of our best, ambassadors for Comicsgate in the world is my New England brother, Jeremy, Lord Crackhead 33. He breathes this stuff. He lives this stuff. He eats and sleeps this stuff. He smokes this stuff, so to speak. And he keeps us, he keeps the positivity up, man. He keeps the positivity up. And he's one of those folks that, while people have said, and Jeremy was kind enough to say about me, something my wife loves because it's true. You get the sense when you talk to Shanth that he can go up to anybody and talk to him and you feel like you've known him your whole life. I would mirror that back and send that back to you, Jeremy. I feel the exact same way about you, brother. This is good stuff. Says, hey, Dojo, Admiral, Lord, Ravener, and Greg. Comicsgate artists are some of the best out there. Feels good to be excited, about reading comics. Don't mind me still working with hangover. Hey, listen, I'm telling you what, I have a post-Crackhead stream hangover right now. Hey, Shadowhawk Backs. Yeah, I already shared out the stream on my MySpace and MSM Messenger. There you have it, guys. Getting it done. Lord Crackhead 33, great show last night, guys. There's love for that right there. Love for that show. It's great. Yeah, knows his stuff. He does know his stuff. I'm just a humble fan. The panel chats are the stars, which is what makes you exceptional. Is the fact that you always are saying that and putting that stuff out there. Well, we got to, guys. We got to because, I don't believe in going around and telling people things, positive things that aren't true. It's if you're a nice person, it's a very difficult thing to get past because you realize it's helpful for people to kind of understand where things are. But I think it is, in my personal opinion, it is treason not to acknowledge when someone is doing a great job and giving credit where credit's due. And when I look at, the streams that make me laugh, whether it's, oh my gosh, why am I so tired and so out of it? Oh my gosh. Camel Moon and Camel Moon Nights or Camel Nights and the Jack Show and all of those great shows that have, become staples for CG. I always think that, the stuff that Jeremy is doing on his channel has officially entered that sort of rarefied air and that legendary status because there's good talk there. There is, gosh, I tell you what, my brain is fried at this point. There is good faith conversation. There's not a lot of bad faith arguing that goes on there at all. It's very much on the good faith end of things. And we need that, guys. We need that. Oh my gosh. I look down for a second and the chat jumps. You guys are awesome. Oh, whoops. Hold on a second. Just a hype man, but I'm Lord Crackhead 33's co-host. Let's get at it. Yeah, absolutely. And you're a heck of a good hype man. I'll tell you what, you're making me want to get myself back to the gym too. You're always posting about how you're taking care of yourself and getting in there. And that's big, guys. I want us to be fighting fit, whatever that means for us, however many pies we have to eat. I'm just kidding. But it's cuts a little close to home here. But no, seriously, I want to make sure that we're ready to work. I got to be able to get up in the morning, string a couple of words together in a sentence and paint for you guys, because this could be the thing somebody sees and goes, well, I like this work. And this guy is in this group of people who really love comics. So maybe I should check out more of this stuff. If someone could say that to me at some point down the road, well, I found out about this because I started watching Sean's channel. That for me is the whole purpose of this YouTube channel. Getting people into comics, if this gets somebody into painting, if this gets somebody into trying different things or reading comics, or if somebody picks up Jay Lee's books, as a result of watching these streams and saying, oh my gosh, I love that kind of stuff. I love fiction. Whatever broadens your horizons and makes your life richer is what it's all about, guys. That's what it's about. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Much love. Yeah. Have a great day, all. I have to call. I have a call with my grandma in the moment. Have a great call with her, Mrs. Good Stuff. We appreciate you. And by the way, who turns 90 today. Happy birthday. Very excellent. So we'll say this. Happy birthday to Mrs. Good Stuff's grandmother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Good Stuff's grandmother. Happy 90th birthday to you. There you go, and many more. Wish her many happy returns from the chat and myself. And we're sending her the most wonderful birthday wishes today. So let's see. Nefarious. Yo, hey, what's up, Nefarious? It's good to have you here as always, by the way, if I have not called attention to you yet. Let's see here. Yeah, my partner in crime and in crack, OC Steve. Absolutely. Hail, OC Steve. I agree, Sean. I'd like to see more productive topics and less drama streams in CG. You know what it's funny is all of it adds to the flavor. All of it adds to the flavor of it. But I do think that the great thing about having our fan base that we have is that the more options you give them, the more people can vote with their time and with their energy and with their wallets and backing books. And I love that stuff. And I want there to be a lot of different stuff because you know what? Sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever have this. Sometimes I get into a mood, I know that might be hard to imagine, where I just want to see somebody, flip out about something dumb. And sometimes I need those streams. It is what it is. But we all have our different things. And sometimes I just need to chill, and watch people just chill out and talk great stuff because I love that stuff. And you're back into work. Could be that's tiring. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hi, Neff. Yeah. Hail, Greg. Hail, Tarks. Hi, Mrs. High praise. Thanks, Nefarious. There you go. Hail, Shanthan Jetty. Black Rose Comics. B-Rose. It's great to see you. Can we get some links for B-Rose in here? You gotta love B-Rose. Vero Frady. Admiral number 112. 3 signed. Knew I forgot something today. Thanks for reminding. Look at this. You guys are awesome. Lord Crackhead 33. Happy birthday from him to your grandmother, Mrs. Good Stuff. We have fun, keep it positive, and respect each other, even when we disagree, a.k.a. being adults. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Happy birthday, Grandmother Good Stuff. Grandma Good Stuff. Thanks so much, Sean. Hey, listen, my pleasure. My pleasure. Tip of the hat. Found out I really wanted to buy Terror in the Trenches via the streams. Yes, happy 90th birthday to your grandma, Mrs. Good Stuff. Hail Nefarious and Cranberry Langers. See you, Lord Crackhead. Thanks. Absolutely. Not really at OC Steve. The Jack Show is okay. Oh, wow. The average bro stream is more entertaining, but I still think I can't speak to that. And hey, Zayd Studios, it was great seeing you, by the way, the other day. Great work, my friend. Great work. You got to have that artwork up as your icon, man. I want to see that stuff everywhere I go. It's beautiful. Lord Ravener, the dulcet tones of Shanth, the Mel Torme of CG. Oh my God, I love it. That's the best. Hail to you, my friend. Bow, Zayd Studios. Hail, Mrs. Good Stuff. Mrs. Good Stuff. Ciao. Hail, Neff. Boy, it's a Hail-a-Palooza here in the chat, guys. Hail, hail. Look at all this. I have a theory. The drama streams are a smokescreen to distract people from talking about Ladybugs. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is. I think it's sincere. I think it's legit. Don't worry, Aldous has been sitting on a good Moon Knight rant. Oh, there you go. It's a coming. Hail Chauncey Blakely. Hey, B Rose. Hail Eric the Guapo, the most handsome man in CG. It ain't bragging if it's true, y'all. Cranberry Langers, yo. Hail Eric the Guapo. Hey Neff. Hey Black Rose Comics. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Thank you, Sean. Of course, my friend. Tip of the hat. Ferris just here to pick up some waffles. Now just need some. Need some. Oh, are those turkey legs or chicken legs? And I'm with you either way. Oh my gosh, now I'm hungry. Oh God, I love a good salted to death. Oh, here we go. Sarah's bum. Lord Crack at 33's got it. Support Black Rose Comics. Support B Rose. Gotta love B Rose. I love Comicsgate for the positivity while also not having the weird opinions from the left. Yeah, no offense, but I stopped watching G&G and that space because it was too much negativity. Yeah, listen, guys. My biggest rule of thumb is, and I was listening to Eric July say this the other day, or not Eric July, sorry. I was listening to, oh my gosh, who was it? Someone really great who was explaining this. Oh, it was on Valiant Renegade. And this person who was a critic was saying that if we want a lot of different voices out there, because if there's 2% or 3% of the truth that we don't have everywhere else in another section, then that's going to help us to balance out what we think. And I think that that's the thing that's so great about it. And I think that people come in and out of different things from time to time, and it's all part of it. You know, it's all part of the work that we do here to just entertain you guys and have a great time. Yeah, happy birthday to Grandma Good Stuff. Nosfero the Crypt Walker, and that is my contribution to Comicsgate, and that's what you're seeing right here, guys. Beautiful, fully painted comic book that's going to lift your spirits, and it's going to be like walking through a haunted house of your dreams, walking through a beautiful haunted mansion of your dreams with your good buddy Conan the Barbarian and your sexiest girl you could imagine. That's what it's about. I'm really looking forward to Turning the Trenches. So am I. Vaughn was talking to me about doing a piece possibly for that at some point. I'd love to do that. At Eric the Grappo, people talk about it anyway, those streams. Oh, gosh. Keep the tiara to yourself, Black Rose Comics. Yeah, Zaid's book is going to slay. I agree. I think it looks beautiful, and we had a great time talking with him about it last night. Hail Luna Comics. Oh, my God, you guys. There's so many of you here. Hail Luna Comics. I'm thrilled, by the way. Great to have you here. Yep, beckoned mailing list for Zaid Studios. Guys, check it out. Artwork is breathtaking, beautifully crafted, and wonderful. Here's for you, Mo Biggs, peace towards this guy. Yeah, absolutely. Zaid Studios is here. Let's see here. Eric Guapo. I haven't had some turkey legs in a while. I need some. Gosh, when they have been salted, soaked in salt water, and oh my gosh, I got to stop talking about it. Luna Comics, there's a mix of perspectives and political associations to see, but most of us just like the comics and don't like being preached at. The big difference between CG and GG, Geeks and Gamers, is that we actually, I'm guessing, make stuff. There you go. Bros bow every day. Bow every day. Back Sarah Bum, absolutely. Same here, Luna Comics. There you go. I have to jump back to see what we're talking about here. Oh yes, yeah, gotcha. Let's see here. Chauncey Blakely is saying Black. Reading is fundamental. Black Rose Comics, Mo Biggs timed me out in your stream for bringing up Berserk, making me a true silent assassin now. Well, I got news for you. I've got a stack of Berserk books over there, and I think that's one of the most beautifully illustrated, richly illustrated books ever of any kind of sequential art, period. It's amazing. Oh, man, slow smoked turkey legs slathered in barbecue sauce. People, I have had barbecue on Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee, and it is sublime. OCC, don't be mad at the mainstream. Easier to laugh at the absurdity and appreciate when they get it right from time to time. Yeah, I think that's what it is. We're thriving, and so let's just keep doing what we do. I've never had barbecue turkey. Oh, my gosh. Let me tell you. Something to look forward to in this world. That's what's great about CG. Yeah, we call out the mainstream BS, but we provide an actual alternative instead of just outrage for outrage's sake. And here's the thing I want to say about that, because this is something that Eric July said that really struck a chord with me, just following up on that, which is he said, it's not enough to be an alternative. You have to be able to compete. The work has to be good enough to compete with the mainstream. And that is why when you see me doing this, when this book gets produced, when they see how well it is doing and the bigger the campaign gets, the more people are going to say to themselves, wow, that's what people want to see. And if they see you guys moving these campaigns into the rarefied air, and if they are worthy of it, if you look at this work and you say, I want this to have my support, it is appreciated. It is something I will not let you down, period. End of story. I've already shipped 2 books on Indiegogo, and they are beautiful, and the artwork on them is beautiful. But people see this, and they see what we're doing, and they say, this is not just an alternative. This is competing. This is competitive with what they're doing, and it's beating them. And that's what Terror in the Trenches is for me. That's what the Lucent is for me. That's what the Replicator is for me. That's certainly what Cyberfrog is for me. That's what Graveyard Shift is for me. That's what Tiger Blue is for me. That's what Downcast is for me. That's what Battlebrick Road is for me. That is what all of these books are when I look at them. They are beautiful. Inglorious Rex, Starlight Cats, Johnny Phantasm, and Johnny Phantasm figure, which I have over there. That's the stuff that gets me excited. That's what gets me, moving about comics. Hail Nefarious, yes. Shadowhawk Bax is here. Oh, Neff, you got to try it. Yeah, absolutely. Turkey Legs. I like the comic industry, CG news updates. I like the art analysis and general discussion. Yeah, it's a great place to be. It's like the best comic shop. I could watch a bad movie and lose a few hours, but I couldn't watch 3 seasons of 8 to 14 episodes just to be mad at it. Well said. Going to WonderCon was a blast, and seeing fellow geeking out in SoCal. There you go. Yeah. Hail Zaid Studios, of course. Is Phil here? Is that Zaid in the chat? I can't tell. We got many a Zaid in here. Did I miss Phil? Did he pop in for a second? I don't see him, but maybe it was the other Zaid. There's many a Zaid. Hail Rick Sailor. Philosophy, musing, cultural critique, art. Yeah, come on, guys. It's the stuff of life. Turkey legs, fried okra. Ooh, if my wife was here, she'd be like, fried okra. Who's got it? And some cornbread. Oh my God, I love cornbread. And we're putting out more better products year after year. We help each other improve, as opposed to the industry of comics, which are in a death spiral because they prioritize agenda over storytelling. We also prioritize merit and quality, guys. That's really what it is. It's, hey, Sean, the chat. What's up, Snuggie Jr.? I had a great time hanging out with you last night, man. I hope you're doing well. Tip of the hat, my friend. Pleasure to see you. Congrats, Chauncey Blakely. You have been ordained. Absolutely. Hail Rick Sailor. Yo, Eric the Guapo. I like gravy on my turkey legs. Killing me, Eric the Guapo. Hail Rick Sailor. Snuggie. Boom, boom, boom. Hail B-Rose and Neff. Let's see what else we've got. Something like Nosfero is beautiful and unique. Thank you so much. Enough to succeed in general market. But if we're up to the big 2, Nosfero would never make it to the spinner rack. Let me say this to you too, guys. It's not enough for me to just do Nosfero. I would not have, done this and, picked up the brush and to put brush to paper or brush to board and watercolor board to make comics again if it wasn't for Comicsgate. You got to have a why. And outside of my 2 children and my wife and loving this country and loving, creativity and the freedoms that people have afforded me by defending it and establishing it. Comicsgate is one of my biggest whys, because this is a place where I have a real chance to contribute with my work and lend my ability towards showing people that what we do here and what we can do without people trying to stifle us, silence our voices, is creative. Creativity does not need bureaucracy, and it doesn't need the thought police behind it. And that is why this is so important for me, guys. That is why this means so much to me. And I thank you guys for it. Let's see. Admiral Wackass, Hubbacoff, OC Steve. Yes, Mo Biggs, Gatekeeping Wings. Oh my God, I got to jump ahead, guys. I'm so sorry. I got to move because I'm moving too slow. Berserk is the only weeb book that's acceptable. Rick Sailor says, hail, Sean. Hey, hail to you, my friend. I appreciate it. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Yeah, so tired of the bad vibes and want to enjoy creators, uplift art. Yeah, I mean, you guys, life is too short. Yeah, I like Kaiju number 8. Everyone recommends that as a Kaiju book. I've got to check it out. Let me just skip ahead here. The creators in CG. Hey, what's up, Green Laser? Great to see you. Are also fans. Not all fans are creators, absolutely, but those fans can tell you what they like and what they don't. Hence the fandom menace. There are far more of them than CG creators. Yeah, and you know what I'll say about that too is I love boxing so much. It is great, but I'm not a boxer. I know a lot of you guys love wrestling, and you are not professional wrestlers. The reason why I think the comic book industry, the death knell in the comic book industry was, and I said this way back, is when you went to a comic convention and you realized that everybody at the comic convention was an aspiring artist and nobody was into actually just reading comics and being a fan. You have to have a fan base that in boxing or anything, if only boxers watch boxing, that is doomed. If only wrestlers watch wrestling, it's doomed. I don't know about you guys, but I like to enjoy entertainment that isn't what I do. And one of the things I'm most excited about if we do a Comicsgate convention is one of the things that made me not like going to conventions outside of the introversion, but we'll table that, was I started going to comic conventions at a certain point just to show my work. So I spent 3 days at a convention sitting in lines to show my portfolio, nothing coming of it. And it just was such a bad association. And that joy of walking around a comic convention and saying, this wallet's going to be lighter when I leave, or I'm going to talk to some interesting people and have a good time. That's what makes conventions great. That's what I love about conventions. Oh gosh, let's see how my Wi-Fi is holding up. Hang on a second here. Struggling a bit. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Sean, if you actually draw the product and we see it come to life, yeah, you guys make it come to life before us. We're a part of the creative process. Yes, you are. So it's doubly good. We see it and interact with you. Yeah, you guys are here making it happen. Ripa is missing that. I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean art. I gotcha. Painting. Yeah, he's but man, he's spinning a lot of plates. He's one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. Yeah. Oh my God. Back terror in the trenches today, we'll say. Space race. Yeah, absolutely. Hell's Aid Studios. There you go. Boom. Death, death, death. There you go, Rick Saylor. Reaper Destroyer, absolutely. Yeah, look at all this stuff, guys. There's such great stuff right now. Back this stuff. I don't think it's just for outrage. They want their previously good IPs back like they were. Yeah, absolutely. That's true. New shot glasses and beanies. Yes, for Aaron Lepresti's Wraith of God. And yeah, he does some great art streams too. DC just provide the world. Yeah, I know. Rob loves it, man. That's what Rob lives for. Lots of great books in CG right now. Absolutely. Green Laser. I really value the just fan feedback. They tell me what they want. The consumer level. God, my reading is getting bad. Guys, seriously, I need to work with somebody on this. Yeah, absolutely. Snuggy Jr. Hale, agreed. Lord Ravener. Yeah. You guys are too funny. Bros, B-Rose. Yes, can't wait to read Wraith of God. Aaron's art's amazing. Yeah, Aaron is a true craftsperson and amazing artist. He's just a craftsman. He studies the craft. He understands it. I don't like what the left is doing, but if we're not careful, we'll end up. You know what's so funny is, I would say this: the cancelers canceled. Like, I really do think that it's really important. You have to have something to believe in to anchor yourself towards the center. And anti-belief is, which is what a lot of the stuff you're seeing right now is that's what makes you, able to be swayed easily. And having a basic core idea of what's right and wrong, especially when it's not convenient to have those opinions, is important. Oh, thank you, Rick Saylor. I appreciate it. Sean, your work is awesome. We love your CG. Hail, CG, bow, bitches. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that so much. Tip of the hat. Let's see here. Luna Comics precisely, which is why we throw most of our frustration into the act of creation. That's right. That's what distinguishes us. And it's also important to remember what we're doing and why. Yeah, and creation, by the way, and contribution can be in many different ways. As a fan of boxing, I think it's important to show up and be there for boxing and do those things. And that makes it all fun. That's what makes it great. ALB Rose. Lots of love. There's Zaid. Hey, what's up, Phil? I'm excited to start working on that, on the layout for the Downcast piece for your book, man. Are you, Phil? That is a very good question. Hang on a second, Phil. You got me thinking, man. Got me thinking. Let me turn this down here, and then I'm going to go to, where is Phil? Where is Phil? How do I do this? Okay, no, Phil, I was just making sure you were a moderator. I wasn't sure if you were a moderator. Post the link to the email sign up for this. Oh my gosh, it's jumped again. Zaid Comics, Shadowhawk. Oh my gosh, I want to get organized enough for a bunch of us to buy out a row in artists. Yeah, absolutely. CJ Murderers Row. That's right. So much to look forward to and be excited about. You're absolutely right. Rick Saylor, did you get the books yet? Oh, there you go. I hope I get the book soon too. I'm excited. Got to pick up a good convention for it though. Yeah, and we'll make our own convention. Ciao, Sean. CG off to a walk. Go have a great walk, Cranberry Langers. Take care. Enjoy the day. Get some fresh air in your lungs. And it was a pleasure having you here. Yo, Neff, Zay Comic Shadowhawk. I think I just packed your books. Very nice. More people should back Nosfero. Also, Tropical Magics looks good. Like a cool story with great art and design and post-apoc sci-fi magic world. Yeah, there you go, guys. And I always appreciate more backers, guys, because that's what makes it work. Phil's yes, it's a great book called The Lost Pages 2, The Silhouette. I'm looking forward to that book. Can't wait to get it. Definitely backing CG Vacation. Great idea. Love the swimsuit issues from the 90s. So did I. Love talking this stuff with you guys. I believe in unconditional love, and I want to show that in my work. That's what's up. What's up, Phil? The Diaz brothers are doing a pinup book. Sign up here, guys. Make sure you sign up for that pinup book, guys. It is going to be, it's going to be a great book. It's going to be fun. I love the people working on it. The one piece I've seen is amazing. there it is for CG Vacation. And those guys are having a great time. So hail Phil, and hail Brandon, and hail Yo Diaz. CG WonderCon would be great. Baby steps towards for the Fan Fest affordable con that's right next to Disneyland here in SoCal. Yeah, you know, let's make it happen. Yo Noah, that's right. By saying hello. So yeah, I mean, it's the thing that I often, you know, I got this from George Lucas, but I think George got it from Akira Kurosawa, is the idea of creating in a story, whether it's in cinema or literature or anything, what is called an immaculate reality, which is to say a real believability where things feel as though, even though they're invented, they're fantasy, and you know it's a film or you know it's a comic book, that it transports you. And that's the magic that happens. You know, we work for decades honing our skills, and you know, I wasn't just born with, you know, painting ability. It's a lot of days working. It's a lot of frustration. It's a lot of rejection. It's a lot of frustration when you just hit that wall of trying to improve, and you've got to struggle before you have your next big jump. And so that is, when you back this book, that is what you're paying for. You're saying you're throwing your support behind discipline and work ethic. And that is, to me, what I consider to be the most, the thing I'm the most proud of. You know, yes, the imagination, all of that, but that comes from study and from exercising that, and then having to put it to physical reality. And that's what it comes down to for me. You know, that's what it's all about. No, go CG Vacation. Absolutely. Yes, backing Nosfero next. Oh, thank you so much, Tarks9. I appreciate that. Hey, tip of the hat. Listen, guys. I appreciate you guys so much for backing this stuff. My family appreciates you so much. So thank you, guys. Thank you. If we do a Comicsgate convention, can we start in Texas, where I live? Yeah, you can start in Texas. I actually think Anime Matsuri might be a good place for us to buy some space and do something there, because Anime Matsuri has shown itself to be super nice. And I've got family there. I've got my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law in Houston. So I'd love to go and visit them. And I've also got family in Dallas. So I'm game for anywhere. You know, that's what it is. If not, I'll save up to take a plane. I'll do whatever. There you go, guys. There you go. Stephen Rockwood, let me know your backer number. There you have it, guys. Yo, Snuggie. Yeah, guys, customer service is big here. In my case, I don't know if we could say that reading ability is big here, as I struggle. But that's what it comes down to. You know, we want to make sure that you guys are enjoying yourselves. And we want to make sure it's fun, you know, but sometimes things fall through the crack, right? We're all human. We're all trying to figure this thing out. And there's a lot to be done. Some of us are carrying a lot more weight than others in terms of, it's funny. We talk about, the bigger people in Comicsgate, the so-called stars of Comicsgate, and a lot of them, the thing that has been a part of, and actually a huge reason how they have arrived at the notoriety and the stardom that they have, has been going through some horrific trials that not everybody goes through. Having, you know, dealing with all of the kind of awful things that have been thrown their way by really vicious people. And that can't be erased from why they are where they are. And I'm very appreciative of that. And so when I'm doing my work, I'm just trying to pull my weight, and I'm trying to, you know, just, and not even that, I'm trying to get past just beyond the pulling my own weight thing, and do something that's beautiful and adds to it, where people go, oh my gosh, like, you know, when I'm doing a piece for Phil's swimsuit book, you know, I want CG creators, you know, when they're working on their books, to be commissioning me to do artwork, because they see it as having value to them selling their work. I want to be able to be one of those artists that, you know, is doing, you know, more pinups and more things like that. I did a piece for Narwhal recently for Nosferatu. That was a blast. But that's what it's about. That's what we're ultimately trying to do here, is to bring things to the table. I remember when the Image guys would do pinups of each other's characters or have crossovers, and that was the coolest thing about it. We'd want to see them draw each other's characters. That's what's the best part of all this stuff. Jay Lee, what's up? I'm going to be at a con in Arlington, Texas, the weekend after next. Yeah, Arlington's a great area. Oh, I did get some country fried steak, by the way, so you'll be pleased to know. Yo, Eric, hail Jay Lee. Sunday morning, Son of Liberty Radio. I know, I'm with you. I got my Charles Kuralt on this morning, AAT. Absolutely. Absolutely always T. That's what that stands for. Yo, Son of Liberty. Yeah, absolutely. Zaid Comics. I'm a late backer. As in just now, backer 571. There you go. Hail. Well, listen, guys, there's no time like the right time. Malin says, bring an oar, try to bring a motor. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we bring a paddle. It has to happen. Prater 7 at Leg Kick 1. What's up? Where's Leg Kick 1? Did I miss Leg Kick 1? What the? Hold on a second. Where did I miss Leg Kick 1? What the heck? Oh my gosh. I do need to go get my eyes checked. I'm telling you what. Hey, Leg Kick 1. There we are. It was like right above. All right. I'm working on myself, guys. Whoa. Thanks so much, buddy. There you go. See? Stephen Rockwood getting some love there. Looking forward to going back to my fairly small city where here in Ontario, Canada, back up in September, waiting to go to the big fan expo in Toronto next year. Yeah, I hear you guys have some great expos. I was in Toronto a couple of years ago. So I had a great time. Good food, guys. Good ramen. Leg Kick 1 saying, hey, getting closer to beating the first book. Yeah, seriously. And that's what it's about. Move the needle. I got my Lost Tales package yesterday. Awesome. I can't wait to get mine. Michael Bancroft, the best place is here. The best time is now. The King, Michael Bancroft. It's great to see you, my brother. Yeah, guys, sign up for Lost Pages 2. You have to. I will not be singing a rendition of Oh Michael Boy. You can watch that on my channel. My voice is shot now officially from singing Happy Birthday. Luna Comics this month, I'm planning to get. Oh, by the way, guys, hit the like button on this. I always forget to say that. Let's make sure that like button is moving. I forget to do this all the time. I got so close to 50 on my last stream in terms of likes, and I know it helps the algorithm and it helps us to get where we're getting. Luna Comics this month, I'm planning to get my first job outside of the family business at the movie theaters. Oh, I worked at the movie theater myself this month. So way back when I did. So when I get my first paycheck, I'll back your book first. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, guys. Thank you. Zaid Comics, no problem. It took me too long as far as I'm concerned. Guys, there's a lot going on, and we're all doing our best, and that's all we can ask for. And you guys are doing great, and your best is really good. What a dirty Bancroft. Yeah, it happens, right? Miguel Bancrofto broke his siesta for this. Yeah, seriously, man. He's a hardworking cat. There's no getting around it. Hey, Bancroft from Zaid Comics. Hail, Michael Bancroft. Everybody's saying hello this morning. Good day. Will Bancroft finally back? He's already backed at Nosfero and be backer at 350. He was an early adopter. Teflon Ron, it's great to see you. Roach Balls, hail chat. Glad to see Sean streaming today. Let me tell you something. Teflon Ron keeps me honest on my streams, making sure I'm doing it. And yeah, guys, check out Roach Balls by a fellow Rhode Islander. I'm telling you what, small state, big impact. We're doing our best, guys. We're doing our best to keep it real. So let's see what we got here. All right, so I've got this. One of the things I got to do in this book more is I want to have more bramble and more detail and more texture going on in this. And so that's a big factor for me in creating that immaculate reality where you get a sense of this environment that they're in, where this stuff happens. I think that for Zeta, Bernie Wrightson, all of those amazing artists that I grew up on always did a fantastic job with that. A fantastic job of showing their audiences what the world was and where the stuff was taking place. And so if I can get a significant, sort of like tree trunk in here that's got some gnarled wood in it, and it sort of has that really great, that great sort of texture, and that's in there with the figures, with everything, it's just going to make you feel like you're on a Hammer horror set where there's this haunted woods, or like in Tim Burton's Hammer-inspired Sleepy Hollow. I've done my job. If you can hear owls when you're reading this, or bats flying by your ear as you're reading this book, I've done my job. That's what it's for. Luna Comics, to be honest, it's been 3 to 4 years that we went out of business. I wanted to get a job and help the family, but they insisted I get stability, but I finally convinced them to let me do it. Hey, listen, that's great. Congratulations to you. Painted Death. Well said, my friend. Tip of the hat, Chauncey. Good to see you, my friend. Teflon Ron, typo on my cast. That's right. Vero Michael, thanks for CG Now. Yes. Can we say that? Thank you for CG Now. That is a real, like, every time we nut up and we shut up and we just do the thing, it makes this whole thing stronger, this whole enterprise of ours stronger. And we're doing it. We're making it happen. And Michael is got to be our MVP for the year. Has just done so much to grow things. And I am certain that we are not going to let Michael down when he launches Painted Death because I want that book to be a smash hit. I want it to do better than the first Lucent book. I want that to be, let's see, what Michael, tell me in the chat if you can see it. Yeah, guys, there's the sign up. There's the sign up. Here's what I want. Michael, can you put in the chat what the first Lucent comic did, please? Genius Bancroft really used his big forehead. Much respect. Michael, what is the total on the Lucent's Indiegogo? Can you put that in the chat for me? Not in dollary dues, in like actual money, in American. What is the total in American on the Lucent? That's what I want to know. Anybody, first person to it, put it in the chat. But I want to know. I want to see what we got to. Because that's what I want to start with. Okay, Painted Death. Backing Painted Death helps to feed my kids. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. Because there's, some lettering, hopefully, it's going to happen. Look, I'm not here to start a fight, but if it happens, really call it Painted Death. Michael Bancroft might as well jump in on this stream. Well, he could. He has to let me know. If he wants to jump in, he can. But if he's busy working and he's trying to relax on this fine, is it Monday? Then he's welcome to. It's not... Oh, that was close. That was close. 49K from 1,022 backers. All right, so here's what I want. Hey, people, let's take a moment. Sunday here in America, anyway. I want the Lucent Painted Death hit 6 figures. That's what I want. I want the Lucent Painted Death to be a 6-figure campaign. By hook or by crook, I want Comicsgate to get behind this book. One, because it's a great product. It's got incredible imagination, incredible artistry, creativity. And Michael, as far as I'm concerned, even though he started his career early in web comics, the simple fact of the matter is he is a homegrown Comicsgate star, like so many great artists that we have here. And it deserves to be a 6-figure campaign. I want us to hit that one out of the park because I know Michael's going to hit it out of the park creatively. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Let's get back to the chat here. It's 5 a.m. Happy to just listen while I draw. Absolutely. I know how that is. Painted Death will have the best letters in the business. Absolutely. One of these days I'll catch Waffle slipping. Let's see here. Michael Bancroft, what did Eric Weathers do wrong to make you hate him so much? Is it jealousy? Listen, love is complicated. Some relationships have more passion than others, and that creates conflict. Let's see. 3D Puzzles, Bancroft. Sorry, I forgot to write down the method of learning art. What is it called? Oh, it's just the method of learning, gaining mastery in something. It's Anders Ericsson. It's ERICC. Is it CC Eric? Yeah, SON, I think. Hopefully I got that right. Or it's ERICS. I can't remember. Anders Ericsson. And just look up deliberate practice or purposeful practice, and he'll break it down. Drawing, I won't countenance anyone more handsome than me in CG. That's right. Jeez, you guys are killing me. Jealousy then. If listen, folks. Eric is a handsome man, well known. And he's the kind of creator to where he cannot be boxed in. If you put up a fence, Eric Weathers will jump that fence. So do not try to box him in. CG team, guys, we're making that show a blast for you. If you want some positivity, if you want to see some amazing creators sitting there talking about Comicsgate stuff, it is a great place to hang out and do things. And we do it every Tuesday night. So make sure you're subscribed to Eric Weathers. I'm hoping all of you are subscribed to Michael Bancroft. If you're not, you better be. Let's get Rob Arnold, Lord Crackhead 33, and myself to 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 backers. That's a whole nother kettle of fish. But let's make that happen. Let's absolutely make that happen because, I love seeing people succeed for starters, but I also love seeing hard work and talent pay off. And I think that what Jeremy's been doing on his channel has been so great for Comicsgate and everything he's doing with all this, with OC Steve, everybody who's, on that channel, Snuggy Jr. Guys, please let me know in the chat who I'm missing. My brain is is like potato mash right now. Let me see here. There we go. But just trying to create like a little bit of depth of field here. God, it's off camera. I'm covering up where I'm working, people. Hang on a second. Let me go to my virtual camera and move this here. There we go. That's a little better. So there we are. So just putting in a little bit of depth of field over here on this side by having some light kind of break through there. Use the brush that looks like a finger there. And then move that. And then we start to create a little bit more depth of field, a little bit more focus right in there. And that's how we're going to make this painting sing. And I want all of you guys to make sure that we're backing this stuff. Gang, Zaid, what's up? Bancroft needs, let's see here. Oh, yes, wow. Okay, you guys made the chat jump as you often do. The Green Laser Zaid Comics, what is the myth of the Lost Pages book in the add-ons? There you go. So, Phil, you're going to have to answer that one. Bancroft needs a mullet to beat Eric. I know, I think that's what you meant to say. Gang. So, what page is this, Sean? The 17th page? That is a really good question. Hold on a second. It is, here's the best way I can describe it. Oh my gosh, actually. It's up there. I'm trying to remember where, I'm thinking about it in terms of a scene. It's either the 6th or 7th page in the 3rd scene. No, 4th scene. Holy cow. Is that right? Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Because I think of all this stuff in terms of scenes. Shanth, do you know how many pages Nosfero will be? Right now, we're sitting at about 30 fully painted pages and then tons of supplemental stuff. And so it's going to be about a 50-page book all told. But the story itself, I've targeted for 30, and I'm thinking I don't know yet if it's going to go over, but it's possible. But it's going to get done at the time. It's like that. It's not changing when the book comes out. It's on track. So it'll just be if I think it needs a little something extra. But my books are always going to have a lot of stuff in them. I want them to be like the Rigor Mortrex book and the books I've shown on stream. I want them to be like that, square bound, 8.5 by 11, so larger format, glossy stock, heavier paper, so they're substantial when you get them, and you can flip through them without worrying about wear or tear as much. So that's the fun thing. What's a Bancroft? That's a good question. How do you solve a problem like Bancroft? Let's see here. It's good, basically another comic. Yeah, there you go. Hail, Michael Bancroft. Cool. Says Green Laser. Michael Bancroft says, darn it, I gotta move this. Hail, Black Rose Comics. Hail, B Rose. OC Steve is on the show. Yeah, absolutely. OC Steve, how did oh my God. Whoo! I know OC Steve is on that show. I can't believe I missed his name. Oh my God. OC Steve knows. Justice for OC Steve. I meant, as a number of pages you've got out of 30 pages. Oh my Lord. Hang on a second here. Yeah, I think you're right around, is it? No. It's about 18. I think this might be 18. So yeah, it's moving. Yeah, I told my wife we're getting to the home stretch. It's kind of crazy. Bancroft is a love child between Bane and Laura Croft. Well said. Yeah, I mean, this is where the dirt comes out, guys. This is where people find out. I didn't know that Eric Weathers was, the nephew of the great Carl Weathers until very recently. So you learn these things the longer you're here. And again, guys, wishing Bancroft a happy Monday, 5 a.m. Monday in Australia, and Eric Weathers a wonderful afternoon into dusk, perhaps. No, actually, it's afternoon there where he is on this fine Sunday. Yeah, it's good to roll with good people, guys. They make the difference. The people that you spend your time with, and that will tell you a lot about. If they're positive, if they're motivated, if they're making things, if they're creative, you're going to have a better life. Things are going to be richer for it. And I'm a big believer in being mindful of that. And that is what I love about Comicsgate, is when we're positive and we're doing our thing and we're, avoiding any of the nonsense, the whispering in the ear, the comparison and all that sort of stuff. When we can celebrate other people's successes and other people's enthusiasm. I mean, to me, friendship is such an important thing, and having the right teammates is such an important thing. And I just, it's funny. There's so many creators and artists who do things that I admire and I like to support, and I back from afar in terms of, I haven't really spent a lot of time hanging out with them. But their stuff, their artwork enriches what's going on here in CG. And there's so many people, when I hear people talk about things, there's a channel. Let me see if I can find this. Hang on a second here, guys. I'm going to see if I can find this real quick because this is important to me to do, because it really got me. So if you'll be patient for just with me for a second. I know you guys are more than patient with me for more than a second. But edit, copy, turn up the volume here. Okay, so pause this. Hang on a second, kids. Hang on a second. I'm going to do StreamYards. Let's see how boomery and dumb I am today, which I'm sure is going to be beautiful. Chrome tab. Here we go. Share screen. And now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to add this to the stream, and let me know if you guys can see and hear this. Chance would be a fine thing. Here you go, guys. So here, right here, is a stream, and I want to make sure you guys can see this cat. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy. And I want you to read that description right there. Michael Bancroft and Comicsgate crowdfunded books. Don't disappoint. Extra 90s omnibus, blah, blah. Elvira 90s omnibus did blah, blah. So 49 views this guy has. I don't know what his subscriber count is. Let's see. He has 45 subscribers, 80s made consumer. There you go. And I want to play this for you guys for a second so you guys can hear this.
I don't know. So for me, being a huge physical media collector, physical media is very important to me. Getting good quality stuff. If you're going to pay for it, you're going to pay top dollar. You're going to pay extra for perks and whatever else. It's because you're trying to get the physical media, the collectability, to have it in your hands. There's just something about that. I absolutely love it. And then, the streaming stuff and the way everything's been going, it seems like a lot of the stuff is able to get changed after the fact, or it just goes away and you can't find it. So if you physically have it, to me, that's the best form of enjoying any of this, whether it be books or comic books or movies or TV shows, like the physical media, having it to me is there's nothing better. So when I, go back in indie comic book and, there's an independent person publishing this and drawing it, and they're putting it together and they're sending it out. Some of them, they're not the greatest. They're learning. There's definitely a learning curve for it. So you can forgive some of the stuff, but as it progresses, as it gets better, they should get better with it. However, Comicsgate, whether you love them or hate them, you have to admit that as a whole, sometimes there's been some things going on, but as a whole, I get the best service out of Comicsgate. I get the best quality stuff out of Comicsgate. And for me, CG has raised the bar for just, merchandise and physical media. It's just some of it is just so great. And these are from people that, didn't do comic books before. They weren't pros. They this is their first venture into the comic book world. So to be that impressed by it, it's just crazy. And there's been some bigger names like Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane did a Kickstarter campaign. He made over $1 million. And he's not an independent guy at all. His toys are in Target. So just to have someone as big as Todd McFarlane doing this route of like how the independent people are doing it and being very, very successful, and his stuff was great. His stuff is amazing. I missed out on it, and I wish I hadn't, but the stuff that Todd McFarlane put out was great. I have no complaints about that whatsoever. But then when you look at like something like I was disappointed by this, and I wasn't going to talk about it because I hate to really be negative on my channel, but I got an email from the campaign that's attached to Elvira and Dynamite Comics that's doing this new campaign, and they said, "Hey, check out our new campaign." And I just had such a bad taste in my mouth over the last campaign that I was just I just wanted to talk about it. So Dynamite Comics, they've been around for Dynamite's been around since 2004. They're a bigger publisher. They cardboard cutout of a cellophane book out, and I'm not. That's what I expect. It's really unexcusable, unacceptable.
Okay,
let's get to
quality.
Comics. He's not a professional, but then I look at Comicsgate and how much that they have given me, and the stuff that I've enjoyed. Like, so let's talk about Michael Bancroft. As far as I know, Michael Bancroft was not in comics. He's not a professional. But
tell him Sean sent you.
One, I didn't ask for this stuff.
Comicsgate says,
I got
"What's
this
up?"
Stuff. This stuff is great. Full-size prints that I can put on the wall. The art is amazing. the book. The book, I read this book twice. I liked it so much. I didn't think that I would love it as much, but the art is why I bought it. And this one, because it came from Australia, I hemmed and hawed a little bit, and I didn't pull the trigger right away, because to pay that extra shipping from Australia to here was almost as much as getting the book. So I got it, and I'm glad I did. The art is amazing. But then here's something. Michael actually signed the book. So I have an actual signature. So to me, I'm getting better stuff out of Comicsgate and people that have never done comics before. So I just really appreciate CG and everything that they're all about. You know, there's some flaws, there's some great stuff, and there's, you know, definitely some books that were better than others. But I'm just telling you, as a whole, I'm a big fan of Comicsgate. Billy Tucci and his She Comics. So, you know, this is hardcover. It's signed. Absolutely love it. This is the other one here. Yeah.
So there you guys go. That's the thing that is so good for us to see outside of our bubble. That is the thing about it that makes, like, when I think about what inspires me, and I found that Michael said to me, he goes, "How did you find that?" And I go, "Well, it was in my recommended videos." So think about how this person's going to feel. They're like, "I like Comicsgate." They make a video publicly. "I like Comicsgate." They've got, I think, 40 something subscribers or whatever. What's it going to feel like when they go to their channel and all of a sudden they've got maybe 15, 20 new subscribers on their channel saying, "Hey, Jonathan Jetty Art, Comicsgate, Michael Bancroft, they sent us." Mainly Jonathan Jetty Art, let's face it. I sent Michael Bancroft there. Deal with it, Michael. No. But you go there and you subscribe to that guy's channel, and he's going to sit there and he's going to go, "Holy cow, I'm there." Do you know what I mean? I'm with these guys are cool, and we are cool. We're a great group to be around. And so when I see somebody, you know, with no, you know, channel, who's, you know, it's a small channel, he's just starting, but he's professional. He's got a good mic set up, a good camera set up, and he's an advocate for Comicsgate. He's telling people, in my recommendation videos too, says Stephen Rockwood, I keep getting, comic book, can I get a better feed? Yeah, listen, my favorite kind of feed is country fried steak. Yeah, look at you guys go. Yeah, absolutely. Let's sub. Teflon Ron, well done. Let's make this stuff happen. Let's say, "Hey, Comicsgate's here. Come into, here's some more streams, man. Hang with us. We're a cool group." And that's the stuff that makes me excited about what we're doing, you know, is that people are like, "I collect comics. I'm just an 80s nostalgia comic fan. I want to own products." That's what's the big deal is here. And we're doing it. Time to open a new account. Stephen Rockwood drawing. That's right. Stephen Rockwood making it happen. Yeah. Time to get a fresh account and get that out of your feed. But this is the thing, right? Is that I want people who come out of there at the woodwork and sort of say, "Hey, listen, you know, I'm a comic collector and I love this stuff. You know, guys, check it out." Those people are exactly who we want to go out there and say, "Hey, we're here." And Michael was awesome. He left a comment in the guys, you know, on the guy's video. That just makes it seem like we're actually doing every single thing that, you know, he says we are. Great with customer service, really are aware of where our fans are. And if someone is enthusiastic about Nosfero or something I'm doing and they're positive about it, I want to know so I can go over there and say, "Hey, you know, thanks. I appreciate your business." And so I love seeing someone who's saying Comicsgate is cool. Look, they're doing better than all these other big studios. "Hey, what's up, Apex Comics? Great to see you." Yeah, absolutely. Whoa, Sean, thanks for smoking. Thank you, Apex Comics. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're going to crush this stuff. We're going to make the coolest comics. We are making the coolest comics. We are making the best stuff. 2022 is our year. It is 333 right now. I don't know if you guys know this, but 333 is an angelic number. That's about many a thing, but one of the biggest things is that you're with the right people and you're having the right relationships, the right people that you're with, and you've got a good crew around you. That's my translation. So hail to all of you guys. Who you're with is so important. You know, who you ride or die with. That's the big thing there. Can we get Rob Arnold to finally support Nosfero? Come on, Rob, get it together. Yeah, Rob supports me. Rob supports me many a way, and is a good dude. And I am absolutely. It's so funny. My kids are fascinated by the fact that I have so many friends in Australia through Comicsgate, and you know, dying days of YouTube's Hogan the Bogan videos. I count Hogan the Bogan as one of my Australian friends as well. And doing some killer trailers, Dying Days of YouTube. If you guys haven't seen the trailers Dying Days is doing, man, that stuff is great. That stuff is great. Let me see here. Hail Teflon Ron. Yeah, we love Rob. Of course we love Rob. Yeah, back Rob, I guess, says Admiral Wackass there with the replicator. I got my books from Australia, and I will tell you this. I don't know what kind of sorcery is going on down there with the fairy bread, but those books came in immaculate condition. Immaculate condition from Australia. Everything I've gotten from Australia has looked like it was mailed by my neighbor to me, although I don't even know if that would be in this good a shape. So yeah, guys, back the replicator. You get great stuff. So close to Sean hitting 1,000, and then the super chats will come pouring in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll have some fun. If we get to 1,000, that's going to be a fun celebration, guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something fun, like raffle off some artwork. That Hogan the Bogan video was so funny. It needs more views. Yeah, when he said he's like a high school English teacher who moonlights, has a job on the side as an Uber driver, I almost spit my... I actually, when... I don't laugh at a lot, so I'm not prepared to laugh. Like, I laugh when I'm having a good time, but not really get cracked up. So I really do spit takes sometimes. And I've wrecked some artwork, or I've spit on the floor over here watching Comicsgate streams, because it's just, I need to spittoon over here, actually. I mean, I'm from Chattanooga. What's the deal? Rob spends too much time keeping his mohawk in nice shape to support Nosfero. Well, you know, it is what it is, folks. You know, handsome is a full-time job. Yo, at Julie Pascal, absolutely. Jonathan Jetty, I hope you have an ash can stretch goal for Nosfero. So do I. It's going to definitely be a big number we have to hit for that, but that'll be after we hit the trading cards, which is 25K, which we're almost to. Then we can start having that conversation, but we're going to have to make some distance for that to happen. Yeah, Uber stream. Yeah, absolutely. I should do an Uber stream. That would be great. Let's see. Dirty. Yes, that is something right there. I won't read that aloud, but I know exactly what you're talking about. So, oh my God. There you go, kids. I hope everybody's happy. You killed me. And yeah, oh my God. Comicsgate. I love you, you lunatics, you beautiful lunatics. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, when I was sitting here, you know, the other day, and I was looking at Downcast because I was doing research for the piece and just kind of looking over some things. And I was looking at, you know, Patrick Thomas Parnell's action figure I just got, a Johnny Phantasm. And I was just thinking about how excited I am about all of the cool stuff that I have, all of the great products I've got. Andy Smith's First Man, I really enjoy that book and that character and where he's going with that. I can't wait to get Wraith of God. I love Alien Alamo is great. There's just so many cool things. I love the stuff that Eric Huffles is doing, the figures and all of the minis and things like that. There's too much cool stuff to mention. And what we'll try. I'm always going to try to remember to mention it all. And then when I saw Roach Balls by, you know, our guy, Rich Ayala, I was like going, this is the trailer that the Dying Days of YouTube did. And then the work itself is like indie comics dreams of being that cool. And while we are indie comics, I think we're very specific in terms of why we say we're CG as opposed to just saying we're independent comics, which is we're a creative movement that is about giving customers great product and having good customer service. And we're all doing the best we can. Let me put it this way, because best we can is one thing, but I want to make sure I say this, is that we're not trying to tell each other how to run our businesses. We kind of allow the customers to kind of, you know, make their decisions and vote with their wallets. And that's the biggest thing, which is there's not a hive mind groupthink among the creators in CG. And the one thing that we all share in common, much like as Americans, is certain principles, you know, certain principles of liberty and democracy and what it sort of means to, you know, be able to rise as high as your talents take you, but also to be able to enjoy yourself, secure in the knowledge that you're free here. And I think that's what Comicsgate does, which is what's so great about it, you know. Whoops, time me out. Yeah, it happens. Look, you know, it's early in the morning. Nah, you good. There you go. The Hogan the Bogan video is not safe for work, kids. Yeah, your mom, even if she did conceive you. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Thought it was good stuff. Yeah. Thought I was on good stuff. So there you go. Hey, Julie Pascal. Absolutely. Hey, Julie and Zaid is here. Phil, great to see you. People singing your praises. Have you shared Roach Ball's campaign on this channel? Roach Balls is like the Ren and Stimpy character CG. No, but I want to have Rich on, and I'm gonna as soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna have Rich on, and I think I've talked about it. And if anybody wants to post the link in the chat, please do. It is not for lack of desire, guys, and I think we have shared it in our chat before, but if we haven't yet, let's do that. Let's share that in the chat. Ooh, I look like I might be roboting here. Hang on a second here. Give me Comicsgate or give me death. Absolutely. And beware the drop bear, folks. It happens. Yeah, Comicsgate is everything that you hope you're going to get art-wise and creativity-wise from American work. That is the thing. And, you know, I'm proud that we're really kind of putting a flag in the ground and saying we're going to make great stuff. Because that's really, I mean, for me, that's why I got into comics, and that's why I wake up every day appreciative to be here, is that we're kind of lifting up the Western canon and making this stuff great, making this stuff fun, you know, making great work. And look at when you see that fan of Comicsgate saying, I order comics from this group and from this group. I ordered this from Dynamite, and I ordered this from Australia from an independent creator. And I am more satisfied with the product that I got from the Comicsgate creator. There you go. Rich Ayala's Roach Balls #1. The link is right there. Thank you, Admiral Wagas. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's get the word out. Teflon Ron, well said. Well said. Absolutely. And when I see that happen, it put a big smile on my face. And I hate the thing that's annoying about having friends in Australia is the time difference. When I saw that, I was so excited to share that with Michael. I was like, I was probably asleep when I found it, but nonetheless, it was so great to see it. It just suddenly kind of, I don't know, it made me feel really just positive about everything that we're doing. Not that I wasn't already, but it just made me sort of feel like it was a shot in the arm for Comicsgate to see that someone is discovering this. Someone is saying, there's all this stuff, but whatever. I just want a good product, and I backed this guy. That's somebody who could be your customer for life, and that's the thing that makes it so great and so fun to be doing this stuff. Let's see if I'm on camera here, because you never know. There we go. There we go. I want to make sure I get the tail end of the snake there coming through that space and having it be connected. So I just kind of, you know, follow the line through and then work to kind of get it to line up when it comes out. Whoops. Move that down. Get it to line up when it comes out the other side there. There we go. I'll probably put a little bit of a curve in there too as well, but for right now I'm just going to rough it in like that just so I know where it is. There we go. Because I want this thing to just feel like it's this sort of churning sort of vortex that she's trapped in, and that, you know, we're waiting for a rescue, and the rescue is complicated because the werewolf takes a hit for his attempts to rescue her, and that's how we get there. So many campaigns still back. I'm going to be in the Poe house. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say this though too, guys, we're finding out better and better ways. You know, there's a Shopify thing going on right now that's a really good option, and there's a lot of other stuff. But we appreciate your support at whatever level it is. That's just how it works. What is the name of that guy's YouTube channel that liked Lucent so much? All right, hold on a second here. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on a second. Hang on a second here. Where is it? Nope. Okay, here we go. So this, let me pause this. This guy's channel is 80s Made Consumer. There you go. And I think we have picked up 10 new folks for him. So that is great. Yeah, and it's in the chat. It's in the chat. There you go. Excellent. Look at you guys. You're so fast. Why am I even... if you guys ever start picking up drawing, I'm going to be out of the job. The chat's already got your page finished, Sean. Yeah, I got like 20 campaigns I want to get back. Australia's got less gravity. That's true. 80s Made Consumer, Julie Pascal just linked you. There you have it. I'll have to buy duplicates to resale to support my CG Comics addiction. Hey, listen, it's a pretty decent investment at the moment. It's in the chat, Sean. Thank you so much. Do Sean's Vampire Sparkle? Only if you want him to. It depends on how much you love him. Hail chat. How's everyone doing this fine Sunday? We are doing great. It's great to have you here. Power Up J-Bot. Lord Crackhead 33, hail chat. How's everyone doing this fine? Hold on a second. I didn't click on the right thing. I just read the same one. The Lucent is my favorite book in CG, and I'm with you on that. Absolutely. And yeah, Michael Bancroft, fist bump from Australia. Hey, what is up, Dan Lawless? It's great to see you. I hope you're having a fine Sunday. And everybody is having a, gosh, we're getting up on, here we're getting up on about 4 o'clock. And for a lot of you guys, I know that we're getting up on about, by the way, guys, make sure you hit that like button. If you have not hit the like button yet, make sure you do. That helps a ton. That helps us to get noticed, guys. Yeah, every copy of Nosfero comes with a glitter pack. That's right. You can just throw it up in the air and have all that glitter come raining down on you, and it makes the comic book reading experience so much better. And by the way, Dan Lawless's piece for Phil and Brandon and Zaid Comics Swimsuit Vacation issue is dynamite. If you haven't seen it yet or seen the glimpse of it, it is fantastic. So back that book. Also back, if we get that in the chat, Two-Fisted Manly Tales, which has got a story by Dan in it as well. And Dan is bringing the thunder on that. Every copy of Nosfero comes with glitter. We know that. Yo-Yo Dan. Hail Lord Crackhead. That crack, though. Absolutely right. 37, trying for 50. There you go. That's what it's all about, guys. So if you get a chance to, go and subscribe to that YouTube channel, and again, let this person know in their comment section that you appreciate the content. You appreciate the Comicsgate content. That's great stuff right there. There you go. See Dan Lawless's art and giant size Two-Fisted Manly Tales, guys. That is what it is about. So, oh my goodness gracious. Here we are. Here we are. And so, yeah, so much great stuff going on. So much great stuff. And I want you guys to make sure that when you are trying to find a place to get inspired, feel creative, you will come out to the Waffle Lodge. You will go to Lord Crackhead 33 streams. You will go check out Michael Bancroft, Rob's channel. You will have all of these great channels. So many channels I'm going to blank on. One, B Rose's channel, every sort of CG channel that you can find, and support new people who are interested in finding out what we're doing here in Comicsgate, guys. Support people. Be positive. Be enthusiastic. Entertain. Support books. Back books. Share your love and your enthusiasm. When you guys talk about a book I haven't seen or an art book I haven't seen, I'm going to go out and back it. I just bought a new art book, and I guess we'll close with this. I blame Aaron Lepresti, # Justice for Schampf. I just got this book the other day by this really cool artist that Gabe introduced me to, and then Aaron kept talking to me about it. Gabe El Taib, my brother, who's also got a book called Truth, Justice, American Way. Please check that out. Inked by the great Gary Martin, drawn by the amazing, hold on a second. Oh, gosh. Let's see if I can get that. David Williams. But this artist right here, Paul Bonner, this is some beautiful stuff. If you haven't seen it, do check it out, guys. It is really, really great stuff, and you're going to love it. So I will tell you this, guys. It has been great seeing you on this fine Sunday. I've got to go. The missus just came in. I want to say this from the bottom of all of our hearts here in the Engetti household here at the Waffle Lodge. I want to say hail to all of you, bow to all of you, and hi, Comicsgate. We love you. Thank you for your support on Nosfero and all of this stuff. And you guys are the best. So thank you for being here. Thank you for backing Nosfero. Like and subscribe if you have not yet. You guys are the best. Thank you, Jeremy. It absolutely is an honor to hear that from you. Game recognizing game here, New England folks. It's how we do things. I appreciate you guys, and you guys are fantastic. So I'm gonna play us out as I often do, because it's important, with the song that I composed for my special crew. So here you guys go. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Here's a little something for you busters. Yeah.
You're not even learning anything on the street.
Yeah.
You think I'm stupid, son?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say to you, boy?
Yeah.
Do you?
What's up with that?
Look at me, damn it!
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with
You
that?
smoke crack, don't you?
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
Look at me, boy!
Hey to
You
you,
smoke crack, don't you?
don't even smoke crack.
You know what that does to you? Huh? You smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack.
Go on and do it expeditiously.
What's up with that?
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells.
Don't even smoke crack.
No guts, huh?
apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.